I've been sent to Coventry. Come and join me for a brand new Fragments of the Future. So for centuries, Coventry was an important market town here in Warwickshire, near to Birmingham, but it had its own sphere of influence. At the start of the 1900s, the motoring and car industry started to be based in Coventry. People like Austin, later people like Peugeot were here. Cars were really important to the city. It was very heavily damaged in World War II. On one night in particular, the cathedral was destroyed and much of the city. So when it came time to rebuild the city after World War II, they wanted to do things their own way. They had a unified plan, and it was going to call for wholesale redevelopment, a completely different street plan, as we're going to see, and a lot of modern buildings. So when you arrive at Coventry Station, you know you're in for a treat. This is one of the best modern cities in Britain. Coventry was redeveloped to a plan that was consistent, it was thorough, it was overarching. They had a vision for the city, and you can see that it's not piecemeal. They had this plan, and we're going to go and look at what survives, and a lot of it does. It's very exciting. Coventry Station was modernised in the 1960s when they were redoing the entire West Coast Main Line. Birmingham New Street Station was obviously horrible, but Coventry Station is absolutely amazing. It's the best of the West Coast Main Line stations. So light and airy. Look how the staircases just seem to flow. They just seem so delicate. Seem like they're floating. It's like being inside someone's cool modernist house. Very friendly policemen, love that. Midlands is a friendly place, I always say that. Right, it's our old friend, the porte cochere. If you want to get a taxi in Coventry Station, you're going to stay dry, you're going to stay warm, because there's this porte cochere outside. It's so elegant, such a nice solution. And this is what Milton Keynes then copied. We're going to see that in a later film. Well, this is typical Britain. I've come here to make a film about cool modern architecture, and I find it being knocked down. The last time I was here, this precinct was intact and it was looking glorious. It even came with some very, very famous public artwork by William Mitchell. Now, the diggers and the demolition men are literally destroying the building. So this was part of the Coventry shopping centre, but if you want to see it, you need to get down very soon, because soon enough it's going to be no more. I don't know why they do this. It's stupid. Yeah, you can hear that. Coventry Cathedral was destroyed in the Blitz. Its replacement is this Basil Spence masterpiece. A lot of other really renowned architects were in the running in the competition to design Coventry Cathedral, including the Smithsons with a very intriguing design. But Basil Spence's final work definitely wows people who go to visit. It does have a sense of majesty to it. Basil Spence connected the new cathedral to the old cathedral, bridging the past and the future. And it really has become a symbol of Coventry, along with Godiva and the phoenix rising from the flames. Harold Bain would have loved this. Some of the old, some of the new. A lot of the ancient buildings in Coventry did actually survive the Blitz, like this one. And what you might also be interested to know is that Harold Bain did make a film here. It was called Pete Murray Takes You to Coventry. It had all the things that you expect from a Harold Bain film. There was police, cars, ring roads, shopping centres, and quirky stuff as well, narrated by the radio DJ Pete Murray. So if you like Telly Savalas Looks at Birmingham, try Pete Murray Takes You to Coventry. I like to call this style regional modernism. You've got the student halls, I think it's Priory Hall, and then the Britannia Hotel. I looked at its Google reviews. You don't want to see them. But yeah, it's energetic architecture for a new age. And it really does say 1960s. Isn't it funny how it's okay to build this, but when it comes to carefully considered, really, really impressive, well thought out brutalism, that's not acceptable. Make it make sense. Here's another one that's apparently getting knocked down as well. The elephant. This is a sports centre, which looks like an elephant. Isn't it brilliant? Yeah, let's knock it down. Great idea, Coventry. Now the ring road just kind of intrudes on everyday life in Coventry because it's so close to the city centre. But I wrote a story about the ring road poets of Coventry, this group of poets who were inspired by the ring road. They wrote poems, they made films about it, and they tried to reclaim that space underneath the road for the people of the city. Now this is the most celebrated part of Coventry. They made this cruciform shape in the city centre for the shopping streets. And it has a very modern sort of Scandinavian air to it, which was not usual at the time in Britain. So it was very well received when it opened. Now it's fair to say that the powers that be have screwed it up by messing around with the shopping centre and all sorts of other things. You can hear them in the background messing around with things even more and sort of taking away from that original vision. Coventry's main shopping precinct here, and who doesn't love a water feature? There's also a tribute to the first city architect, Donald Gibson. This is one of the best things in Coventry. The Gordon Cullen 1958 mural, Townscape, which tells the story of Coventry. There's even some dinosaurs. This is one of my favourite things in Coventry. The Evening Telegraph building turned into the Telegraph Hotel. It's got lots of newspaper-themed stuff inside. Coventry Market was famous because you could park on the roof. I asked one of the demolition guys if they're saving any of this site, and he turned to me and laughed and said, "Oh no, we're bulldozing everything." Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Fragments of the Future in Coventry. There will be some more very, very soon. It would be great if you could subscribe. I'd really like that. Also, feel free to leave comments. And take care of yourselves until the next time. My name's been Christopher Beanland. Thanks and bye. This is my favourite bit, the dinosaurs.